In this video, I'm going to be showing you 10 things I wish I knew before visiting Japan. Before I went there with my friends from America, I had researched tons of info on Google and YouTube about the culture, do's and don'ts, things to do, and I thought that would 100% prepare me for my trip. Boy was I wrong, and these tips could have saved me a lot of embarrassing moments. Starting with, number 1, get a Suica card. I made the mistake of not getting a Suica card as soon as I arrived at the airport in Narita. I got one of those paper tickets, and to be honest, I could have easily misplaced them. I recommend getting the tourist card as it's valid for 10 years and you can get the 500 yen deposit back at the end of your trip from any one of the JR customer service centers at their stations. This card can be used on trains, subways, buses, and even for shopping and dining in participating establishments. You can get one at JR East travel service centers, designated vending machines at major JR stations, and if you're in Tokyo, at Narita and Haneda airports. Navigating the trains can be a little daunting with the different services like local, express, semi-express, rapid, limited express. Do watch out for this one as you might need to pay an extra fee for a seat. Taking the Shinkansen bullet train requires buying the tickets separately at the Shinkansen counter at the station. As a side note, the JR Pass is not something I'd recommend as it's expensive and only worth for lots of long distance train rides. You can buy the Suica card using your credit card, but topping it up, that's where the next tip comes in. Cash is king. Wait, I thought Japan was this modern, technologically advanced country. Wrong. A lot of restaurants still accept cash and some don't even accept cards at all. You know those entrance tickets you have to buy? Whether it's the Osaka Castle or many temples in Kyoto, they only accept cash. So always carry some cash with you. Depending on your budget, I carry at least 10,000 yen a day so you don't have to worry about not having enough cash along the way. Bonus tip. Split and store your cash in different areas like your bag, pocket, and wallet. So if you lose one, you don't lose it all. ATMs can be found at convenience stores like 7-Eleven and Lawson, and the rates are not that bad. Moving on, no tipping. Now, I get it. I lived in America for a few years, and the tipping culture is hard to shake off. But there's no need to do that here at all. It saves you some money, doesn't it? Now, this one, I kinda knew. So when we went to some Japanese yakiniku barbecue at 0-second lemon sour, we just enjoyed our food without feeling the pressure of tipping. The same applies to taxis, hotels, and pretty much anywhere you think you need to tip. Impeccable service and professionalism is to be expected at no extra cost. Just remember to say arigatou gozaimasu, that means thank you very much, and give a small bow. That's more than enough. Trains are amazing, but have unspoken rules. I knew Japan had a great train system, but I didn't realize how silent their trains were. On my first train ride, I was chatting with my friend like I normally would, until I noticed everyone around me was completely quiet. No one talks loudly, no one takes phone calls. There was even a notice to tell you to mute your phone. So remember, if you have to talk, just keep your volume and you might not get stares of disapproval from the many locals you'll encounter. Also, escalator etiquette, it changes by city. In Tokyo, people stand on the left and walk on the right. But when I went to Osaka, everyone stood on the right and walked on the left. I still don't know why, but trust me, people will give you weird looks if you stand on the wrong side. Convenience stores are life, cutely called by the locals as Konbini. The 7-Elevens, Family Marts, and Lawsons are packed with some of the best foods to have a meal in. We went to one nearly every morning to grab one of the many foods, whether it's bread, milk, coffee, or sandwiches for our breakfast. One night, I was too tired to go to a restaurant, so I grabbed a bento box and an egg sandwich from 7-Eleven. And let me tell you, that egg sandwich, the fluffiest, most perfect thing I've ever tasted. If you're craving for something hot, get some instant cup noodles to slurp on. They even accept the Suica card as a form of payment. And don't even get me started on the variety of alcohol they have available, as you can get them cheap if you're looking to turn up. Where are the trash bins? I bought a drink at a vending machine and finished it. And then I realized there were no trash bins anywhere. I walked for 20 minutes with my empty bottle before finally finding a trash can outside a convenience store. Turns out Japan has a limited number of public trash cans, primarily due to the security concerns following the 1995 sarin gas attack and a strong cultural emphasis on personal responsibility and cleanliness, encouraging residents to carry their trash to designated disposal points. My advice would be to carry a little plastic bag or paper bag wherever you go so you can put your garbage in it before disposing it when you find a trash bin, especially when you're eating on the go. Now, when you gotta go to the restroom, that's where the toilets come in. Toilets are either super high-tech or ancient. We went to our first Airbnb. I walked into my bathroom and saw more buttons on the toilet than my TV remote. It was all in Japanese, and I had to use Google Translate to figure out which buttons do what. And sometimes it wouldn't work the way I thought it would. Heated seats, a bidet with 2 spray methods, a privacy noise button, music, it had it all. But then, in a small train station, I found myself staring at a squat toilet with no bidet or toilet paper. Pro tip. Carry some pocket tissues, wet and dry, because some public restrooms don't have toilet paper, and you'll never know when you need them in an emergency. Eating while walking is kind of rude. I grabbed these delicious takoyaki fried octopus balls from a street vendor near the bright orange torii gates and started eating while walking. Within minutes, I noticed people staring at me. In Japan, eating on the go is considered bad manners. Locals either eat at the food stall or find a designated area. It's considered good manners to find a place to sit down and enjoy your food rather than eating while walking around. Some believe that eating while walking shows a lack of appreciation for the food and the effort that went into preparing it. Eating while walking is more acceptable in areas with street food stalls during festivals or in other situations where it's common practice. Eating and drinking on local trains is also frowned upon, but it's acceptable on long-distance express trains like the Shinkansen. Storing your luggage. Train stations in many countries are places people normally avoid as they are usually dirty and smell awful. Well, luckily not here in Japan, as there are many stores filled with restaurants, convenience stores, and even lockers for your luggage. If you're hungry, you can grab a delicious bowl of udon with a cup of green tea before heading out on your next destination. For those who have luggages they don't want to carry around, you can find lockers at almost all JR Line train stations, starting from 500 yen for small luggages to 1,000 yen for big luggages to store for a day. At the Shinkansen, you have to be more careful, as if your luggage exceeds a certain size, I'll put that right on the screen, you have to book the seat at the back of the coach, which has space for your oversized luggage, as you can't store them overhead. Do some cultural activities. Now this I knew to research and came across this place in Kyoto called Kimono Tea Ceremony Maikoya at Nishiki. They have a bundle which is about $70 where you can go to the Kyoto Samurai Ninja Museum right after, a minute away, to learn about the history of samurais and ninjas as well. The coolest thing about the tea ceremony was that it included us wearing a kimono. The staff will help you wear it, and it had 3 layers, which surprised me as it kept me warm. We soon entered the Japanese-style house with tatami mats and settled in as we sat on the floor. We received a warm welcome from the guide, who helped perform the ceremony while getting us acquainted with each other. She soon taught us how to prepare our own matcha and stir until the tea becomes frothy with the bamboo whisk in a ceramic bowl. She gave a brief description on the history of the ceremony and taught us to bow and greet with her as the host and vice versa. After it was done, we took photos in our kimono with beautiful backgrounds after the ceremony for great memories. I highly recommend an activity like this, as you learn to appreciate something great about Japanese culture, which you don't see every day. Did we miss anything? Drop your questions in the comments. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more travel tips. Check out these top travel destinations right here, and see you in the next adventure.